Okay. So, I haven't really made a video in a while. That is definitely for sure. Um, One thing that uh, that I've been kind of doing though was a friend of mine actually bought Elder Scrolls Online for me, and because of that, I wasn't actually able to make a video. Sadly, I can't record Elder Scrolls Online. I would love to, because I would love to actually make a little bit of some simple enough guides that I could probably make with just using pictures and whatnot. But it seems to be kind of the fact that my friend and his friend, they really aren't too much into playing right now. My friend had actually just recently gotten some MIDI controllers, so he's been kind of messing around with that. So I was kind of getting a little bored, and I had been playing some first-person shooter games, just random games like even things that are on Facebook, and just random FPS games on the computer. Um, but one thing that, of course, that I can never forget about is RuneScape. It's always something that happens. I don't know why. I really don't. I really honestly don't. I've played this game for so long, and yet I always go back to it. Now, I was actually playing actual RuneScape, which the only reason why I was doing that was because at first I was just kind of wanting to check some prices and blah blah. And because of me doing that, I ended up realizing that why am I playing the actual game? Because I was sitting there like for I think 2.5 ish days. I was sitting there just alking, uh, literally just alking and just watching anime. Easy enough, and I had made like 5.5 mil profit from just 2.5 days of playtime. I mean, still probably a good amount of hours put into it, but I made quite a bit of decent money from that. And honestly, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I could have bought membership and I could have just started playing actual RuneScape again, but honestly, my old account that I had originally, ones I did videos on, which was Mr. Skills, that character is the only character I still have. My original main character, sadly, that character, at first it got hacked from me. I had roughly around 800 mil in total of wealth. And I mean, this was quite a while ago. Like now, honestly, 800 mil is pretty much nothing. Easily, people can have 800 mil. Doesn't take too long. But that had gotten hacked from me, and I was completely cleaned. And it took me, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years before I had finally gotten that account back. For some reason, the person that hacked me, they started botting on my account, but apparently they never set an email address. I had forgotten to ever set an email address on that account, because back whenever I created that account, there was no such thing as having an email address on your account. So I just never ended up doing that. Um, but I thought, why honestly should I play actual RuneScape? I don't have that account anymore. But apparently, when I had gotten that account back, that account actually it had all my 99s. I think I had 5 or 6 99s. I don't even remember how many 99s I even had. I had a decent amount of 99s, and apparently the person that hacked me also didn't check my Grand Exchange offer stuff. I had had the Sarah sword, the Saradaman sword. I had that actually on lend to a friend of mine, and for the like 2 years that this person had my account for, they never bothered to look at my Grand Exchange stuff. Well, my Grand Exchange stuff and the fact of the lending stuff, because I had actually had I don't know what the hell I even had in there. I had something in there though, where I came onto my character figuring that I had no money at all, figuring I would have literally nothing. And surely enough, though, whenever I got in that account back, I had roughly around. I sold the Sarah sword that gave me about 4 mil, I think, something like that, and then from something else was in my Grand Exchange that was attempting to sell think it was like Falador tabs. I think I had like 3,000 Falador tabs for some absurd price. And they were, at the time, they were worth like 1.7k or something. So I made even more money from that. I had enough money at the time to actually buy a bond, which then therefore allowed me to be able to play membership and have fun with that. I did that for a little bit whenever I was able to, and then that account again got hacked once again. Even though I had the email set, I had my recovery question set, I had the password was completely changed, way changed, still was taken from me. So because of that, the person that hacked me again, I'm going to guess it did something that was very obvious when it came to botting, and that account got banned. Permanently banned. Now, it could have been just because of the fact that, like, previously it had been, someone had been botting on it before, and then finally that caught up. I'm not really too sure. Because, I mean, the bot was killing dragons, and all I was doing was killing dragons. So they could have seen it as the fact that I was just a bot still. I mean, they always check that stuff, but that account sadly got banned. So I kind of thought, why not just go ahead and play private server once again? And I had been playing a few other ones. I went on PK Honor, and that server honestly seems like it's about to be dead, sadly. Soul Split, or as I like to call it, Soul Shit. That one, my account, again, it's happened to me only twice, I think, in total. But on Soul Split, my account got hacked. I had an account called Extreme XPS. I don't remember how much real value I had on that character, but I had a pretty good amount of stuff. And I was the whatever the hell the lowest, I guess, well, I was extreme. That was what my character was, which is the lowest rates experience you could get possibly. But that account got hacked to me, so I'll never play that server ever again in my life. And then, what else did I get on? Ultimate Escape, which is, I don't think I've ever actually made videos on that server. But that server, I'm already maxed on. It's slow as shit to gain experience, but I'm maxed on there. I was thinking of going for 200 mils, but screw it. There's already, I think, 2 people that have done it so far. I'm not even bothered with it. But with Alotic, I can somewhat enjoy this one, I feel. There's a few benefits that people that actually are members get. It costs like 4 or 4.5. I think it's 4 or 4.5 bill GP for it, which would take outrageously long time to honestly do. So that'll probably be something that I won't really be having very often, or anytime soon at least. I could actually buy it, but I think you actually only get it for 30 days. Now, I don't know, like, if you only really get the membership for 30 days, 4.5 bill, I mean, unless there's some miraculous way when you're high level. I mean, I know, like, bossing and stuff, like, boss items are pretty well off on there on prices. They're pretty up there, it seems. But one thing I wasn't really kind of liking is the fact of kind of how everything works on here. At first, I thought that this server was more so supposed to be where you kind of are more meant to actually, like, straight play the game, not just, oh, I'm going to buy everything that I need and want right here and right now and have it. But sadly, things in the Grand Exchange, there's unlimited amounts of things in the Grand Exchange. And because of that, well, I mean, of course, certain things, but because of that, it makes it to where some things are rather simple to obtain. Which, I mean, yeah, I understand, it's a private server, it's not meant to be so hard, but whenever I was first kind of playing this server, I played this server, it was a long time ago, whenever I was trying to get this server to work, and for some reason it wouldn't work. I got to work one day, and then I think they were doing like they had maintenance or whatever, or an update, something like that. So then I went back and just played on the other server I was playing on, and it just never came back to the server. Um, but from the little bit I played, like I was liking it, and there's a few things right now that yeah I don't like, but I mean it's not like it's it's not really game breaking to me. I mean there still is a lot of reason to skilling. The achievement system, honestly, I think is amazing. I honestly love the achievement system. That's definitely something that I like. Um, but I mean, really, really, all I've been doing, I mean, pretty much what you can see in the background here, really all I've been doing is just doing Slayer. That was the main thing I was doing. But for some reason, even though I had been doing like combat, like beforehand, like when I got on this character, I don't know what the hell I was killing. I'm gonna guess probably like rock crabs or something. I was killing something though that wasn't dropping bones. And even doing Slayer, I was getting Slayer tasks that weren't dropping any bones or anything to gain prayer experience from, which was a little bit upsetting. But I did end up actually going and getting some prayer levels, and to my surprise, like prayer is decently fast. I mean, like I wasn't expecting to be as fast as it was, to be perfectly honest. I was not really picturing the fact of being able to get a decent prayer level as fast as I was able to. I mean, like yeah, I was killing fire giants, so it took me a little bit to kill, but they also don't really hit hard, so I could practically just AFK and didn't really have to worry too much. Um, Now, one thing that I want to kind of do though is really right now I'm just kind of doing whatever. Really right now it's just kind of I'm going around and just pretty much killing stuff and doing skills. Right now it's just kind of a bunch of randomness all together. Basically that's what I'm kind of doing right now. Just whatever I kind of feel like. Like I went and did a pretty decent amount of fishing, and because of the fact that I was eating and I wasn't, well, whenever I'm eating, I prefer to do something that's pretty AFKable. And then also I went and I was just watching anime, and I'd rather be able to do something that's AFKable, and now I have to pay too much attention. Now here, at first I didn't realize you could actually just buy Falador tabs, Varric tabs, and blah blah. I didn't realize you could just buy the tabs from the Grand Exchange. I wasn't really thinking of that. I also didn't realize there was also an infinite amount in the Grand Exchange apparently, and they're honestly pretty damn cheap. But I was training mage because I wanted to actually get the teleport to Varrock. Then I can actually get a little bit of extra experience while doing clue scrolls and stuff. Now, um, whenever like this clue scroll, it was pretty bad. But I mean, for the beginning out, and this was my first clue scroll, it wasn't honestly too bad. Um, I honestly should have probably kept the Bandos page. Um, like I feel like I probably should have just kept that. But I mean, I've never really used any of the god books before. Well, like, or actually I guess I should say the boss gods, um, like Bandos and shit like that. I've never really used those books before. Not really sure exactly what they even do, honestly. Like I said, never really used the books ever, except in a private server. And if I ever used one, it was always the red one because it gave you a strength bonus. Um, Another thing I need to actually get is my defender, because like I wasn't really trying to optimize too much. I mean, right here I was trying to little optimize myself with getting some better gloves, but I think at this point I still didn't have any prayer, um, which is why I believe like pretty much after this I end up going and actually trying to get some prayer levels. I still actually need to get it a little higher, I'm pretty sure, because I think I only have like 34 or something prayer. Maybe 35. I don't remember exactly what I have. But I know I definitely know I need more. Um, Obviously get 43 so I can protect melee. Probably more so I'll need to protect mage is the number one thing I'll need to do, but and honestly here I should just let myself die, but I kept eating the cakes, and then I finally was like, yeah, I agree. Let's just let myself die. And pretty much here, that's whenever I was like, okay, yeah, I need to definitely get some prayer levels, and I'm pretty sure this is where I end up actually starting to try and actually get some prayer levels. There, I end up buying the mithril gloves. So like I said, I was just trying to get like some gloves that could do something for me. And this was something that was kind of depressing too. I went to go buy some food, and I was like, what should I buy? I was like, you know what, let's see the price of shark. I see unlimited amount of shark for 1,000 GP each. Like, really? Like that's like back in the day RuneScape prices was 1K each. I mean, like, you know, for the fact that right now it's pretty damn simple to honestly gain GP on the server. So I was really quite confused why they made shark so cheap. I honestly was not really quite understanding that. Because, I mean, like I said, you know, these prices they have for a lot of these items is pretty much like before EOC came out. And this is the prices that they went with, which I kind of thought was a little depressing. Not gonna lie. So then that's where I ended up getting 31 prayer. I think someone ended up dropping like a dragon bone. I think I got like 33 or 34 prayer from that. The only other thing I did outside of this video was I think I got my thieving to level 20, and I'll probably be doing a little bit more of that. And honestly, I don't really know exactly like what to do for video wise. I mean, like, this is honestly what I can easily enough do, because anytime I'm playing, I can always just do this throughout a day. I can just kind of record, you know, like getting levels, and maybe if I go and ever kill, you know, bosses and stuff, record the whole fight, whatever it may be, or like record the last bit of it or whatever. Um, like I said, I don't really know exactly what to do. I mean, since agility is such a boring skill, honestly, I did it so damn slow. So, I mean, there was times where you end up seeing it where you're seeing me gain every level. You're seeing me gain, you know, here and there a level. It was always just kind of random because I was doing it so slow. But I ended up pulling it out. I ended up getting the 35 and went to the Barbarian Outpost. I think I ended up with 39 agility, and the one thing that was um, the one thing I was quite surprised of, though, is the fact of like how low some of the skills really are of like gaining experience wise. I mean, agility definitely I would say is one of those skills that, you know, everyone most of the time pretty much hates in RuneScape. Um, but I mean, truly for me, I've never really been someone that hates a skill. It's just it can be a little time consuming and can be boring. But like for myself on actual RuneScape, I think I had 83 agility, and a lot of agility I did. Because for anyone that knows, I don't like questing. I've honestly never enjoyed questing. So in actual RuneScape, I never did Monkey Madness. Now you might be thinking that's a little outrageous. Especially for the fact that I had 99 strength, 93 attack, and I think 94 defense, and I had 94, 95 HP, and of course I had like 33 mil magic experience. I only had like 80 something range. I never really quested though. That was one of the things I never really did. So because I'm not doing Monkey Madness, I wasn't able to do the Apatow agility course. But I still had like 80. It was 80 something. I think it was 83 or maybe 84 agility. Because I think I was getting close to 85, which is I was gonna use. I think it's a summer pie. I was gonna use a summer pie, and yeah, I think that's what it's called. I was gonna use that though at 85, and which would give me an extra, I think, 5 levels or something like that for agility. I was gonna use the shit out of those because I had a bunch of them whenever they used to be like really really cheap. They like dropped in price dramatically, and then on like for some reason like went back up quite quickly, and I never bothered to sell them. I think I ended up having like I think I had like 500 or 600 of them because they dropped down to like I think they were like 500 or 600 coins, and then they skyrocketed for some reason to like 2 point something K. But I never really bothered to try to make some money off of it because I could easily enough just use them and benefit from it. So didn't really try to sit there and make money off of it. But you can kind of see what I'm saying. Like there's skills out there that yes, they can be boring. But for me, it's not as boring as I guess it is for most people. Um, Me, I don't see it as something that's boring. I see it as something that's just time consuming. I mean, of course, yes. Of course, you don't get me wrong. Of course, there is quite a few skills that are boring. Now, me though, yes, agility can be boring, but at the same time, it's one of those skills that you actually have to be more so focused on the game, and you're constantly engaged with the game. There's too many people out there that just like, especially myself. I enjoy just AFKing and watching a movie or anime, whatever it may be. But when it's something that you actually have to engage in the game and you're constantly looking at the screen, I honestly enjoy that. There is times where I enjoy just kind of like sitting back and just kind of barely paying attention to the game. That is nice. Another thing that I want people to know as well is the fact that I'm going to be actually going to ITT Tech. I'm only going to be doing online courses, so it shouldn't be that hard on me to be able to record videos and be able to do schooling. I may not be able to record like this, but I can at least like go in the game and kind of show like what I've more so have done and things like that. Because with me doing schooling and stuff, I'll probably be doing something that's like super AFK, so I can just do my schooling. Or I may not even play the game and just try to more focus on doing my schooling. But I guess it's gonna be the end of this video. Wasn't too long, I don't think. And also, like let me know if the quality is perfectly fine. Like myself, I don't honestly enjoy the huge screen and stuff. I prefer just having this small little simple screen. I mean, for me, that's honestly that's just me. I more enjoy this look because that's what I've honestly that's what I've played with so much. So this is the way I enjoy the game to look. So yeah, I guess if there's anything you want me to kind of do or whatever, if you have any tips for me at all, because I am pretty new to this. I mean, of course, RuneScape stuff in general, I know out the ass. But if there's maybe something that could be a useful tip of something that's custom in this that I may not know already, it'd be great to throw in a comment or PM me in game. You can see my name obviously is got skills 11. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Peace.